Greetings and salutations. I can walk after my knee surgery finally, so it's time to make an orchid update. Unfortunately, some of my flowers are a little faded by now because it's a little bit past when they opened. But I'll just show you what I have going on. Next up is the Cattleya Marisong. This is CTM 271, I believe, is the clonal name. And I've really ranted and raved about this one enough. If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know it blooms twice a year, has a wonderful fragrance like lemon pledge mixed with roses. I did wait a little bit too long to film her completely in her glory, like these ones right here. They're kind of faded, but I do have a few more spikes, and I'm going to kind of zoom out so you can see how massive this plant is. I haven't divided this plant in 3 years, and this is kind of my hand for perspective. It's huge. It's like getting to be about 2 or 3 feet in diameter, and that's with me kind of training the bulbs a little bit. So, and she does have a really massive root system also, and she is in hydroponics, and that's all I'm going to say about this one. So on to the next plant. So I wanted to replace a plant that was just not healthy. I showed this to you last fall. This is Cattleya Marisong, Howard's Dream. This one, instead of buying it from Trader Joe's in bloom, I actually got this one from Akatsuka, and it is just so ridiculously healthy, and it has a huge, like 3-foot tall spike. She is fragrant. They're not often listed as being fragrant because the fragrance on it is perhaps not for everyone. It's very peppery and plasticky. And here's just kind of a look at the plant. I put it in pumice and just a little bit of spag on the top, and it is in wick watering. So I'll keep you updated on this one. The bulbs are quite fat and they've been maintaining that plumpness, so I'm really looking forward to this one kind of growing out a bit more, even though it is going to take a lot of space in my grow area. This next one is Patinera Shinchang Diamond. I think the clonal name is Taiyang #1, and she's been blooming really awesome for me. This one was a favorite to be eaten by thrips for a really long time, so I actually treated with spinosad, and my blooms have been really nice, luscious, and vibrant ever since I did that. So I think that treatment worked really well. And as long as I don't buy new plants, which could possibly reinfect it, I think she's gonna maintain this level of blooming. I got another new orchid in bloom. This is RLC Seto Rainbow. The clone name is Fantasy. And oh my gosh, those colors sear your eyes. I mean, man, the yellow is just very ridiculously saturated. I'm not too crazy about the darker kind of magenta flares, but I like this color right here on the petals. She is very ever so slightly fragrant. It is a first bloom, so it might get better over time. The fragrance is best described as a light floral bouquet scent. Nothing to write home about. Still nothing that compares to the Marisong, even though this has a Marisong hybrid in its background. This also has, I believe, BLC Hawaiian Lightning Fiesta, so that's kind of where this color scheme comes from. It's 2 splash petal Cattleyas that are really nice to look at, very floofy. Yeah, she's doing just okay. I got her from Curl Smith as a seedling. She's sort of adapting to hydroponics. Nothing too outstanding yet. I mean, my bulbs are pretty chunky, and she did bloom, so I guess she's doing fairly decently. But overall, I don't have much to say about her yet. I'm hoping she blooms a couple times a year, and I'm hoping that scent gets really... This one's Cattleya Mr Bojangles. It's a Sunset Valley Orchids purchase that I did, and it was featured in a repotting video when I was explaining my wick watering methods. So this is a first bloom, and I am very pleased with it. I love the red coloration on it. I love the spots. The scent is a little weird. It's a very chemically kind of astringent smell, but it's not entirely unpleasant. And I think the thing I like most about this is I think it's award quality. And it looks like a 4N plant. I mean, the petals are just very chunky on it. Very nice. And she's a very vigorous hybrid. I've got roots going all over the pot, new roots, and I've got stuff invading the reservoir. I don't know if you see that root down there. The one thing that I do dislike about it is it seems like when I potted it in hydroponics, it started to make growths like facing all the way down in the pot. So that is one issue that I had with this plant. Other than that, she's doing quite well. This is a Cattleya Cattleya. It's not really entirely true blue. It's more like a kind of lavender or violet color, but it's still really pretty. It's got a diamond dust texture, and it is Cattleya Busy Bev Blue Jewel. Very pretty Cattleya, very mildly scented as well, and it's kind of more of a musky floral scent. I still very much so enjoy it, and this one's a keeper. The flowers are huge, the texture is diamond dusty, and yeah, she's just really gorgeous. Love this one, and she came to me very healthy, and I forgot where I bought it from. Oh, I bought it from Waldorf. Don't ask me to say the genus name on this one, but she's in bloom again. I know that the plant name is Aqua's Aloha Dream Dust, and she is a very lovely plant. Medium scent on it, kind of an interesting floral scent. And I think the thing I like about this the most is that it does color change. These blooms have been open for a couple days, so a lot of the purple has faded, and it's kind of more of a white and then kind of a buttery yellow in the lip. But when they first open, it has very strong purple splashes, and the yellow is a lot more intense on the plant. Very pretty plant, easy to grow. I have her in hydroponics as well, and the roots are taking over things in there, so doing very well. Hey y'all, it's novelty Phalaenopsis season, and I got some really nice stuff to show you. This is a cross between Phalaenopsis violacea and Phalaenopsis equestris, and it's called Equilacia. Equilacia DJ Blue is the variety name, and wow, she is pretty. She is easy to bloom, very floriferous, has a really nice scent. I don't think it's a scent that'll perfume your room, but man, I just smelled it just a second ago, and holy moly, it smells very nice, very spicy, very sweet. Love it to death. Don't be fooled though, this is not a blue orchid. It was advertised as DJ Blue, but no, definitely not blue at all. It's kind of more of a violet, kind of more of a purple, although it's not quite as hot pink of a purple. It's more of a cool purple. It's definitely showing up more blue on camera than it is in real life, but trust me, in real life it's very purple. Still really awesome, love it to death. This is Phalaenopsis KS Super Zebra, and holy moly, this one's very fragrant. It was never advertised as being fragrant online, at least not to my knowledge, but she is, and she's a easy to bloom phal as well. My camera doesn't want to focus on her, but trust me, she's beautiful. And lastly, I forgot what the heck this is, and of course, I don't have a tag for her. I know it's a Phalaenopsis gigantea cross with one of your more recent novelty Phalaenopsis. Man, this is just not focusing. Focus, focus. Extremely beautiful. It is developing a bit of a fragrance, a bit orange-like. Very mild though, it's not as strong as some of my other novelty phals. Well, the fantastically fragrant and wonderfully patterned Phalaenopsis orchid wild bonnievasquez is also in bloom. And wow, I love this one. I bought this one in my birth month from Norman's Orchids a while back, and it just has not disappointed me. She's just so beautiful, so fragrant, and just really vigorous. And I think it's because she has some of your regular winter blooming phals in her as well. That's why she has longer spikes, and also the flowers are a bit bigger. She's also got healthy doses of Amboinensis and Violacia, probably Bellina too. Just extremely beautiful plant, very fragrant, highly recommend her. And she is floriferous, although my buds on this spike look a little yellow, and I think it might be from too much light. Hopefully they make it though. Last update before I post this video. This wonderful creature is Cattleya Ys Green Leopard, and it doesn't have a clonal name on here, but I think it is a clone. I got this one from Big Leaf Orchids. It came with pretty good roots, which is surprising because it was potted in sphagnum moss. And since then it has put out one new growth which bloomed for me. It looks really good. I got some good root growth going on in the pot. As you can see, I got some green roots in there. I also have some rotten roots and I don't know why they rotted on me. But for the most part, she's pretty healthy. I don't know how many times it blooms a year, but so far it's really awesome. It's like almost like a Cerulean Cattleya Clandiae, so I'm really digging it. And it does smell pretty similar to Cattleya Clandiae, a little bit weaker, but still has that wonderful spicy fragrance. And yeah, I'm just gonna zoom in on this really quick and kind of show you the lip a bit better. Really wonderful, really loving this one. This one, I think it's still for sale at Waldorf, but it's a different clone than the one I have, I think. So, alrighty, with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in a month, because I seem like I make a video like once a month.